We as a whole need major areas of strength for a that will endure forever, yet a large portion of us are never truly shown how to accomplish that. Hello there watchers, and welcome back to Best Friend. Whether you've been dating your accomplice for a considerable length of time or have been hitched for quite a long time, keeping a solid relationship requires ceaseless exertion. Each relationship is unique and indeed, not a solitary one of them are great, but there are ways of making your relationship more grounded and last longer. In the present video, we'll listen for a minute they are from regarding one another, being warm, conveying, eating a dinner together, to amazing one another and more. Watch until the finish to find out pretty much every one of them. Number 1. Pose inquiries past, how was your day? Toward the finish of a drawn-out day, we will quite often intellectually leave our lives and therefore, presently connections. We depend on standard inquiries. Like how was your day? But since we hear the inquiry so frequently, a significant number of us will reflexively answer with the absolute minimum. Fine. How was yours? This never really works on your association and can truly harm it since you're losing the valuable chance to interface in a little manner consistently. Assuming your underlying, how was your day doesn't start a lot of discussion. Have a go at asking innovative subsequent inquiries. What made you grin today? For sure was the most difficult aspect of your day? You'll be astonished at the responses you'll get with the additional advantage of acquiring more prominent knowledge into your soulmate. What's the most widely recognized question that you can ask your accomplice consistently? Let us know rapidly down beneath in the remarks area. Number 2, make a week-by-week custom to check in with one another. It very well may be short or long, however it starts with asking each other what worked and what didn't work about the earlier week. You can likewise discuss how can be further developed things this approaching week. Also, utilize this chance to get in total agreement with your timetables. You can design a night out and discuss what you might want to witness in the next few days, long stretches of time in your relationship. Without the deliberate temperature check requirements could go neglected and disdain can assemble. Number 3, regard one another. Quite possibly the main rule to keep our relationship solid is to approach your cherished one with deference. You need to regard your accomplice's time, heart, character, and obviously their trust. Assuming you hope to get something similar back, remember that these are a large number of activities that can diminish the sensation of regard given or got. These incorporate ridiculing furtively, really taking a look at your accomplice's telephone, making ultimatums, or taking steps to cut off the friendship. Always keep away from such way of behaving as it will 100% make things harder as opposed to aiding you both. Number 4, express your appreciation. Solace will in general make us neglect our accomplice's thoughtful gestures, to put it. Truly, your accomplice doesn't need to fill your fuel tank or purchase your number 1 frozen yogurt they decide to. What's more, your affirmation of this kind of exertion will support your accomplice to be insightful and remind you to feel appreciative. Number 5, be friendly. It's so natural to fall prey to a tough situation and disregard showing fondness towards one another. It could even reach the place where you quit embracing or kissing basically in light of the fact that you're both occupied. However, these things mean a lot to the point that it's certainly worth transforming them into a propensity and doing them on a more regular basis. It very well may be basic things like clasping hands when out for a walk, offering them a warm embrace, or giving an unrehearsed back need. Little tokens of actual friendship can assist with keeping up with your profound and actual association. Intrigued at this point? Ensure you join our huge number of devotees and hit that buy-in button for all of our incredible best friend content. Number 6, won't ever come close. Typically individuals will more often than not contrast their lives and others. Web-based entertainment is just adding to this issue, making many individuals despondent. The depicted blissful life isn't generally all around as cheerful as it looks. The most joyful and most grounded couples try not to think about their relationship out and out. They comprehend that occasionally battles occur. In some cases, their relationship can be more awful than others, yet they center around patching and bettering their association, rather than dreaming about another person. Next time you want to contrast what you have with another person, recollect why you fell head over heels for your accomplice in any case. Number 7, recollect the little things. One more method for fortifying your relationship is to genuinely pay attention to what your life partner is talking about. Furthermore, discuss it later on. In the event that your accomplice referenced something significant coming up, observe on your schedule and make sure to get some information about it the day of. The way that you're ready to allude back to subjects and subtleties your accomplice talked about is one that will contact them. In general, it's the easily overlooked details that mean the most, and there could be no finer approach to showing this than beginning at this point. Number 8, convey communication is critical. It's one of the main characteristics of a solid relationship. Notwithstanding, not every person knows how to convey appropriately or even by any means. Blissful couples have this game down. They express their adoration for each other saying, "I love you" frequently and offering praises. They likewise examine the awful as opposed to hiding issues away from plain view to push ahead and develop. You should have the option to genuinely discuss your sentiments. Regardless of how off-kilter or awkward it feels, it'll make for a dependable and satisfying relationship. Number 9, let go of the past. An offender for the overwhelming majority possible contentions and the hidden issue for future ones. The past doesn't necessarily in every case stay there. It's hard to push ahead when you're actually thinking it. In the event that you wind up choosing not to move on, it very well may be allotted to make a stride back and think about why. Are you normally less sympathetic, or occurs something you can't pardon by zeroing in on the justification for this repeating feeling? You'll observe greater lucidity inside yourself and what you need from your relationship with your accomplice. Number 10, know when to apologize. In some cases, being correct isn't quite as significant as being merciful. Struggles with your better half will change. Few out of every odd contention is a test that should be won. Try not to misunderstand us. We aren't advising you to assume the fault for everything, except to conclude which fights merit battling for. Despite the fact that there's greatness and it you're all in all correct to be aware. There's development in saying sorry during a contention. Number 11, eat a dinner together. While it doesn't need to be extravagant sharing a dinner, regardless of whether it's simply separating a bagel before you head from to work, can be a useful propensity. Whenever you eat a feast together, you're cooperating rather than intellectually being elsewhere. While you eat, you can discuss your day, your next getaway, dreams, and objectives. Regardless feast it is, eating together will permit you two to remain associated and appreciate each other's conversation while eating a dinner together, as really great for your relationship. It's smarter to eat a dinner, which is sound. Look further into the best food sources by watching 10 best food varieties to eat on a careful nutritional plan. Presently back to basic propensities that will give you an enduring relationship. Number 12, quality time, not amount. It's about higher expectations without compromise. It doesn't make any difference how long you and your accomplice spend together. The main part is about the nature of this time. There's an enormous contrast between eating at a table while discussing your day at work as opposed to eating while sitting on the sofa, watching the most recent episode of The Voice. It's fine to daydream together and appreciate interruptions. Yet it's urgent to ensure both of you are as yet captivating and investing quality energy to keep a profound association. Number 13, continues to astonish one another. You can't anticipate that the entire relationship should be significant or invigorating, yet you can start astounding each other in little ways. Little tokens of graciousness say a lot. This could incorporate making espresso for one another toward the beginning of the day, getting their number one takeout coming back, or tackling one of their tasks. Particularly assuming your accomplice is worried or debilitated. Motions similar to these show that you're focusing on one another. They can be handily sprinkled into your lives on a more customary premise to make your association more grounded. Number 14, stop it. That is inappropriate to fault your accomplice for everything. Accusing your partner is enticing. At the point when you feel irate, disheartened, exhausted, deceived, or worried about your relationship. The subsequent stage is seeing your mate as the person who should change for the relationship to move along. That is a cop-out. Attempting to work on your accomplice places them on the guard and projects you in a negative light. The outcome, no one changes. No one assumes liability. Everybody is miserable, and making your accomplice the miscreant implies overlooking the 90% that's benefit. Change yourself. At the point when you address your own imperfections and look for the best in your friend. Number 15, pick the ideal opportunity to contend. Try not to begin possibly extreme discussions in the event that you're not very much refreshed and all around took care of. Craving and weariness can release terrible comments and dim considerations, restricted alcohol for a similar explanation. Save it for while you're celebrating. Never attempt to manage genuine military issues. Assuming you have one eye on something different, switch off the TV, the telephone, the PC. On the off chance that you're diverted or going out the entryway, pick some other opportunity to talk. You can't determine clashes on the fly, while these propensities can make your relationship more grounded. It's vital to realize when now is the right time to continue on. If you have any desire to avoid awful connections, have you at any point been in a harmful relationship? Tell us in the remarks beneath. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumb up and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.